Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with the 9th layout using the December kit and the December hip kit, and it took me an hour and a half to complete. And this, I think it was in the embellishment add-on, these little jelly bean soup tags came in and there was 24 of them. And I'm going to basically use all of them on this layout. I found one the next day. It must have fallen off my desk and it was just sitting, on top of something else. And I was like, oh, well, I'll just use it some other time. But I basically used them all up on this layout. There's 23. And even if I had the 24th one, I don't know where I would have put it. Basically, I'm just going to use it as a design element for the page. So I'm just going to, the ones that can be put upright, I'm going to put upright, and the ones that I can put, that, kind of have to sit on the side because of the writing and stuff, I'm going to do that. And then I took one of the tags and I took the template that came in the kit, in the embellishment kit, and I just poked the letter B because the picture that I had is, the breakfast that we had almost every morning while we were camping. And it was, eggs and bacon and toast, and I had kind of taken a picture. So I just wanted to put B for breakfast, and then I just went to my stash for some floss. And I don't even know who that floss is from, but that was the floss I was talking about before that I couldn't separate. Like they're all intertwined, so I just used it in whatever strands there was. I can't even tell how many strands there is because they're all really intertwined. But this I got, it was from one of the scrapbooking stores. I can't remember. I probably got this 10 years ago. And it came with different bunches of different colors, and I had gotten quite a few of them, different colors. And if you saw, I had brought out this, it says I keep all my stitching stuff with the templates and everything in a pouch, so everything's in there. All my templates from Amy Tangerine are in there, and the pokey tools. And then I do have some floss from We Are Memory Keepers that I had gotten a few years ago, and that one I can separate, and those I got at Simon Says Stamp. And so I just keep everything in there, so I know if I want to use a stitching template, they're all in there, and I need to use those more. I have border ones, I have circle ones, I have heart ones, I have all kinds. And one of my goals this year is to use the tools that I have. And this month in the hip kit, there was the Amy Tangerine templates. So I wanted to make sure that I used it more than once on my layouts. And I did manage to get 11 layouts done with the hip kit. I haven't been able to do the killer kit yet because I'm actually on my rotation right now, and I have one more night. Today is, I don't even know what day we are, the 22nd. And I just came home from a night shift, and I thought, if I want to be able to upload this today, I better do the voiceover before I go to bed, and so we can process it while I'm sleeping, and then I can upload it before I go to work tonight. And then I have 3 days off, so I'm hoping to do quite a few videos, like the Killer Kit video, my January kit, what I got for my January kit. I got a few hauls, and I want to upload all of them. And so it took a few minutes to get the stitching done. I did the outline in brown, and I did the inside in yellow, and I didn't cut any of it out just because I didn't really think of it, because it's, almost 7 in the morning, and I've been up for quite a few hours, so I just didn't think of it. I probably should have done that last night, but like I said, I just didn't think of it. But I'm just doing the stitching on one tag, so it wasn't too bad. Then I took, it's a Stampin' Up! Ink. I think it's something baked sugar or baked something. It's brown ink, and I'm taking a Tim Holtz tool, and I'm just inking all the edges. And I think at one point I am going to cut this out here, and I end up doing most of it off camera because it was kind of lengthy. So I inked all the edges on all 23 tags, and then I take my Sakura pen, the clear one, and it's just a nice sparkly. And I don't know if you'll be able to tell when I actually outline it, but when I show the close-ups at the end, you can really see the sparkling on all the tag, and it's really pretty. It really adds a nice, sparkly effect to all the tags. Okay, so the inking is all done, and now what I want to do is a lot of the tags. I guess I'm just going to show you just one that I'm going to outline with that Sakura pen, or a couple. But I'm going to do every single tag, but I'm not going to do it right now. I'm just going to do a couple just to show you. On most of them I outline the outside and then the inside, and then the ones that have sort of cutouts in the middle, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some pattern paper in the background. And what I'm going to try, or what I'm going to do, is actually keep it so that I'm going to keep this layout pretty monochromatic, or not monochromatic, two colors, the craft and the yellow. So those pens, you can either get them at Simon Says Stamps sells them. They come in a package of 5, I think, and maybe even smaller. And you can get them at Michael's and use a coupon. And they have, I love the Sakura white pen. I've basically thrown out all my other white pens because they don't work at all, but the Sakura one works, and I really love that glitter one. It just adds that little sparkle to a layout, and it's really pretty. And I had the Wink of Stella, and I really like it, but it has sort of a brush tip, so if you want to outline like that, it's just harder, because if you push too hard then your line is too thick. So that's why I like the Sakura pen for, is that you can do thinner lines. So now I'm just going through, like I said, all the tags, and I'm choosing different yellow pattern papers, and there wasn't that much in the kit. There was that Amy Tangerine, that one side was yellow tone on tone with the polka dots, and then the other side had the strips, the wonky strips, and some of those had yellow pattern paper on it. So I'm going to use both of them, and then I decide to use some of the vellum, and so it looks so it's sort of see-through or whatever, and so I really like that look. So I'm going to do some with the polka dots, some with the lines, and then some with the vellum, and just to add some different texture. And then I took 2 of the strips that came from the Amy Tangerine, and I'm going to put it to the left and the right of the layout instead of on the top and the bottom. I'm going to do it left to right, and basically I'm doing like a grid design, but with the tags instead of pattern papers. So I'm going to mount my photo on a brown cardstock, and then I'm going to set my photo on the layout where I want it to be, and then I'm just going to play around with the tags and put them around the layout. And this layout was really a lot of fun to do. It was just a good way to use all those tags. I just couldn't even think of how I was going to be able. I mean, this was layout number 9. I'm running out of embellishments. I'm running out of pattern papers, and I have all these tags left. And it did a page where she used 12 of them on one side of the layout, and I thought, well, that's cute. I really like that. And for some reason I had in my mind that I want to use them on a grid layout, and because some of the tags kind of go vertical and the others kind of go horizontal, it kind of makes it look sort of pattern paper. And then I added pattern paper in the back, and then I'm going to use some rub-ons on some of them and I use the Sakura pen on all of them. Then I'm going to bring in some of the puffy stickers, and on some of them I'm going to put some twine. And then on the Heidi Swap die cut pack, I only had a couple of those left, or maybe I had more than a couple at this point. Yeah, because I did the layout after this one, but there's a couple of words that said good times, so I thought that was perfect for this layout. So I'm going to ink them up with that baked sugar, whatever it is from Stampin' Up, and I'm going to use it on this layout. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to put so that not all the pattern papers are in one area and all the vellum is in another area. I'm trying to kind of spread them out. And then I noticed that I had more tags than I had room. So at the top left of the layout, I'm going to put a tag there that ends up on top of the pattern paper, and then the bottom two also end up on top of the pattern paper, and it just kind of balances it out. And then my title, there's a little gap in between the tags, and I'm just going to end up putting my title there. So it worked out really good. And another thing that I did with the Sakura pen, not only did I go around the tag, I went around each letter. So in the word love, I went around each letter, and XOXO, I went around each letter, and it just made really each card really pop out. And I don't know if it's because it's on craft, and I know it's supposed to be clear, but it looks gold. That's what it looks like. It looks like a sparkle of gold, and I'm thinking it's because it's on craft, but it really helps pull in the yellow. And then all I had left was, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 rub-ons, and they were all gold. And so it worked out perfectly for this layout. So there was the word love, and then there was a little 4-leaf clover, and we're camping, so the kids are always, looking in to find some 4-leaf clovers. And then there was a camera, and then there was little clouds, and I'm going to put that in behind my title. And then there was a feather, and why not? There's birds and everything else while you're camping. So it was a perfect opportunity to use the rest of the rub-ons, and I'm not using it all on tags. I'm using it also in behind some of the tags, so directly on the craft. So I really liked how that turned out. And like I said, then once all that is down, it's going to take me a few minutes to and then there was a pair of scissors. And really, you can think, well, scissors really doesn't have anything to do with scrapbooking, but most time when we go camping, I bring a container for scrapbooking. And when I'm stuck at the tent trailer because they go swimming and stuff, and I got to stay back with the dog, it gives me something to do. Even if I just look at it and just kind of cut down something or whatever, or just do half a page or whatever the case may be, it's just fun. I just like to look at stuff, or I go shopping for scrapbooking, and while they're out, I look through my stuff, and I love that. So what I'm trying to do is just sort of leave the same equal amount of distance in between each tag. And like I said, it's going to take me a few minutes to put them all or glue them all down. So I just ended up cutting most of that off there. So I'm just showing you the end when I'm just kind of finishing off putting all the tags down. And now I'm like, okay, what else can I add to this layout, And I knew that I had some puffy stickers that were kind of in that goldish, and I had one left that was sort of wood grain, and I thought that's going to perfectly work well with this layout because of the craft. And then I end up with there is 2 full tags that have no design on them. It's just a full tag. So one is at the top left of the layout, and then the one is at the bottom. And I'm going to do some journaling on that. And I end up going to get some twine. I end up taking out a brown and white and a yellow and white. And I'm going to put twine on 3 tags with the brown and white, and then on 3 tags with the yellow and white. And I'm just trying to make them so that they're sort of, you know, in a triangle, all 3 of them. So the 3 yellow ones make a triangle, and the 3 brown ones make a triangle. I could have put some twine on all of them, but I just found that would have been too much. So I just wanted to add a little bit of texture with that, so I did that. And this is where I ink up the word good times, and I'm going to put it up on foam tape, and I'm going to put it on the tag that has the arrow pointing down to the breakfast. And so I'm going to put it there. So this, like I said, this layout, it took a bit of time because I really wasn't sure where I was going to go with it. I knew that I want to make a grid. I knew that I want to use them basically all on this entire layout. And the rest kind of came together as I was, you know, putting it together. I was like, okay, now I can add the rub-ons that I have left. I ended up using a lot of stuff that was sort of the end of the package. I used basically the whole jelly bean on this layout. I think I have one left, and I'll just bring it forward to the January kit because I'm finished working with the December kit, and I found it after I was all done. So, and I used quite a bit of the puffy stickers. I used all the yellow enamel dots that were from Amy Tangerine. I used quite a bit of the wood veneer on this. I used the camera. I used a couple of flags, and I used the rest of the rub-ons. So the rub-ons are gone. The tags are gone. I end up using the alphas that came in the kit, and I didn't notice that I had forgotten the K from breakfast till I started gluing it down. But as I'm gluing the letters backwards, I'm like, hey, the K is missing. So I end up putting the K on there. Right now it says breakfast. There's no K. So now I'm going to start adding the letters to the layout, and these letters, I love them, but they're not sticky whatsoever. So I made sure most stickers you have to put extra adhesive anyway, except for the foam ones, but these ones especially, I'm not even chancing it. A lot of times I just end up putting the extra adhesive just before I put them in my page protector, and because I just don't want to, you know, use that extra time while I'm filming. But these ones here, I didn't even want to chance it in my iris container because I knew they would be all over the place, and then, you know, finding it would be a pain. So, and then I would end up using extra letters that I didn't want to use. So basically not really the original title for this one. I just called it Breakfast 2014. And so I'm just going to put down that we just, you know, because of the crazy life during the year, the big breakfasts are few and far between because I work a lot of weekends. There's hockey on the weekend. There's always all kinds of stuff that goes on. So when we're camping, we make sure that we take the time to have a nice big breakfast every morning, and we so enjoy that. It's sort of part of camping, and you wake up in the morning and you can smell the bacon, you know, cooking. And a few years ago when my dad was still alive, he had bought us like a griddle or a grill, yeah, that you can cook like eggs and bacon right on it. And I already had one for here, so and he wanted to return it. I was like, no, 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 this is going right in our camper. And I was just happy to have it for a camper. So we have one just for a camper, and we love it. We love being able to make those breakfasts. So here here are a few close-ups, and you can see the sparkling there in the close-up of that glitter pen. And that's it. The page is done. So if you're enjoying these videos, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up just to let YouTube know. And I'll talk to you soon. So thanks for watching. Bye.